Solar Jetman for the NES, developed by Games and Rare and published by Tradewest. It was released for the NES on October 14th, 1990. Designed by Steve and John Pickford, you take control of Jetman in a small jet pod and have to search for the pieces of the golden warship across various planets so you can rack up the points and fulfill your destiny. You control the jet pod by turning the ship clockwise or counterclockwise with the D-pad. The B button will thrust the ship towards whatever direction you're facing, and the A button is used to shoot. You can also use the select button with A and B to use stronger related items, which we'll get to. Rare brought his first original series from the computers to the NES, and it sure is a doozy. The most prized warp ship in Jetman's galactic fleet has been ship-napped and taken apart. Its pieces are now spread out on several planets, and it's up to Jetman to hunt them down and rebuild it for the Federation of Space Loonies. Sounds like my type of organization. Approaching the first planet, you'll learn a few important things before landing on its surface, and you'll hop into your jet pod to begin your exploration, which is easier said than done, for the controls are floaty as space would be, and gravity plays a factor, which reminds me of Gravatar a little bit. There's also going to be enemies afoot, too many to remember and sometimes keep track of, so it's probably a good rule of thumb to keep firing as you search for stuff. That stuff being items for your mothership, as it'll need some goods to get moving again, items for yourself to get more points, which plays a bigger part than just indicating how good you're playing, and the all-important piece to the golden warp ship, which will probably come last on the list, as there can be so much to find that you might find yourself looking around for a while. And while you're at it, you may find some wormholes that'll teleport you elsewhere or take you to small bonus stages that I'm going to need practice with. You may have to be quick to get in some of them. When you find the piece to the golden warp ship and any other collectible required to leave the planet, you'll warp to the next with blistering speed and increased difficulty. In between planets, you can go to the Interstellar Marketing Company and buy items with the points you've accumulated that can help you out as you progress, as the planets are only going to get tougher with enemies to match, and gravity will be a bitch, especially when dragging things, so maybe it'll be good to go for a ship upgrade when you can. As you explore a planet, your fuel will deplete more so when you bump into any solid object. Once that reaches its end, or if an enemy shot directly hits you, the jet pod will explode, leaving the Jetman exposed. You can still play and look around as he controls the same, but he is more floaty and more vulnerable, and if he gets hit at all, then a life is lost. So it'd probably be wiser to go back to the mothership to get another jet pod, or use your shields for an added layer of protection. Only problem is you can't tether items with it on, so you have to turn them off wisely. If you lose all your lives, it'll be game over, and you'll be given a password that you can input to continue or look up the others to progress that way, but if you truthfully find all the parts of the golden warp ship and confront the remaining threat, you can put your legs up as you've completed your mission. Overall, this is an interesting collectathon shooter type game, has a lot to explore and runs quite well, though it does get difficult once you get farther, but you may notice a little of Rare's trademarks and charm they would come to be known for. And stop! Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like, share, and comment on the video. And if you want to see more quick views, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. This is Brian the Blue, and I'll see you next time.